Okay, so important things to know about these code chunks. First of all, and about QMD files in general. First of all, you may think, well, I ran the lab file and I have all my data loaded up here. I'm going to disabuse you of that notion. The most important thing that you need to know is that nothing over here is going to end up in this QMD file. The QMD creates what's called a virtual environment. It's its own little sandbox that plays by itself and does not play with this at all. So anything that you want in the QMD file, you have to load. And so one of the best things to do is to create um, a setup file. Um, and in the setup file, you're going to want to load all of your libraries that you know that you're gonna want. So if you go and you open your lab file and you see that there's a library, well, copy that library statement up here so that it will run at the beginning. You're also going to want to load your data here. And so I'm going to call this my project data. And what I'm going to do, so I've copied over into the data directory, the data folder, that VDEM data, the small VDEM data that I created for the class. So I'm going to do read CSV, uh, and I'm going to do data slash vdem data.csv. And you can test all this stuff. So you can, just like you were working in a script, you can make sure this is going to work. And it will load the stuff out in this environment if you do it that way. Uh, but um, it will also load it when you render, which is the important thing. So rendering is the part where you actually produce the file. And so I've got all of this, and I'm going to show you in a minute how to get rid of this. So we want to do we want to do we want to do echo false, and we also want to do warnings false. We want to turn off a lot of this so it doesn't show up in your final product, um, especially for this setup file. But you're going to want to have a setup file where you load your data and you get all this stuff loaded so that you can do what's next. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do is, so you can do anything in here that you can do in a regular file. If I want to um, go to um, lab 3 is one of the, oh, well, I didn't save anything there. Here we go. Lab 3 is one of the first ones where we did some things, right? And so I created a histogram of the polyarchy variable, right? So I can do that here, and hopefully this will, ah, I have to change this. So be careful. You got to make sure that everything matches. And up here, I named it my project data. So I have to change this to my project data. Having done that, this should hopefully work. This is not actually going to be descriptive statistics. This is going to be, so let's do this, some plots. And when I render it, it's going to come up in this. So now I want to turn off this, and I have to remember how to do this. That's not right. Okay. Well, messages is not right. Okay, that's all right. Um, okay. All right. Well, it's still echoed. That's not good. Well, I will get that code right and show you properly in a minute. I will show you in the next video how to shut off all of that stuff. Um, and then the video after that, I will show you how to publish this.